I did something that I probably shouldn't have done, and here's how that's a good thing. So something really interesting happened last Sunday, and I wanted to tell you the story and give you the lessons that I got out of it, because I think everyone will benefit from that. So what has happened is last Sunday I was at a demonstration in Amsterdam. Every week there's a demonstration now against the corona measurements, the curfew, and all the rules in general for the corona happening. I'm sure your country has some weird rules as well right now, so you might relate to this. But we were standing there, or there were a lot of people standing there demonstrating. You have to imagine like a rectangular field, and it was full of people just being there. It was like a festival. People were just partying and just being there, having fun, and that was a protest. And what I did is, I knew a friend of mine was in that crowd, and he was sitting there silently on the ground as a silent protest. A silent, peaceful, and respectful protest. And he was just making coffee, sitting in the sun, and just being there. And I wanted to visit him, so I went there. And what ultimately started to happen is I was sitting down with a friend of mine, and we were just sitting there, taking it all in. And what happened was that there were like a line of, there was a lot of police, and also armed police, and they were getting rid of all the people of the field. Except for the people that were sitting peacefully, they would just leave them there. So they walked around us, and then they got rid of all the people of the field. And I was just watching that, and I thought it was interesting. And then all the people that were sitting, they got surrounded by police vans and police on horses, and they had two big vans with water cannons pointed towards us. They didn't shoot, but they were pointing and they were aiming, and some people got triggered by that, but that's okay. Everyone has some ways of expressing. And I can remember the friend of mine, Ruben, and I, and his mom was there as well. We were sitting there really peacefully, and we were just sitting there taking it all in, and we thought, well, if we are respectful, if we don't do anything, what can they do, right? We're just sitting here demonstrating in peace, and that's our right, so we can just sit here. And so we couldn't leave anymore because the police had surrounded us, and they didn't let anyone go. They surrounded us for 45 minutes, and then they said, everyone has to leave within 5 minutes, otherwise you get arrested. And this was so interesting to me. Like, there were like 200 people, between 100 and 200 people. They were sitting on the grass with us, and I kid you not, all the people left. Like, all the people, like I don't know, you could say sheep, like a herd. All the people left, like literally everyone, except for me, Ruben, and his mom, Monique. So we were, with the three of us, we were sitting there, and we kept on sitting there because that's what a demonstration is. It feels weird to go away when you're already demonstrating, like to go away when the external forces tell you. So if you already don't agree with what those authorities are doing, it doesn't make sense to then go away, because what are you demonstrating for, right? So we just kept on sitting there, and then the police left as well. And we thought, all right, well, that's it, I guess. And then a bunch of people were making pictures of us. Like, we were the only one of like 200 people that were that just stayed and that defied the police and what they said. And people got really inspired by that. Like, we got called all kinds of names, like hero and whatever. And we got, like, so many people made pictures of us. And we really impressed some people, and we inspired some people. And that was really important to me. It's a good thing that we could inspire people with peace and respect. Like, we didn't say anything. We didn't do anything. We just sat there, respected everyone, and just did our thing. We had a message. Other people also had a message in their own role. this was our role, and we had to own it. And that's why we didn't leave, because we had to own it. And what happened then afterwards, like 15 minutes later, we were just sitting there, just face towards the sun, and all of a sudden, another line of armed police were walking over the field, and we only saw them like when they were right behind us. And those people said, "Get your stuff, otherwise you get arrested." I was actually getting my shoes. I was getting my stuff. But then before I could do that, I got arrested. I had to go with them to the police station. And the interesting thing about that is that we were sitting there, like the demonstration was kind of over. We were just sitting there, and there were a ton of people just playing outside, playing soccer, playing music. People could be there. It wasn't a restricted area. It was just they didn't want a demonstration, and so we sat there. And all of a sudden, we got taken away by police. We really got picked out of all the people that were just in the field, just doing their thing. And yeah, that was a really interesting experience. Now, so I could be a victim, right? Like, they took me away, like, they picked me out, I'm a victim, the system is bad, blah, blah, blah. And there are two parts in this, right? Like, also, I did not do what police was telling me. So in that sentence, or in that way, they could take me. But it was like for 15 minutes later or something. And also, I have just the right to demonstrate. And I was respectful. I didn't do anything. I didn't wreck anything. I didn't break anything. I didn't break any rules. And all of a sudden, I got taken away by the police. And I had to spend 5 hours on the police station. Now, this is really interesting to me. Like being taken away by the police, that's just a consequence of what I have chosen to do. I could also have left with all those other people, but I was already too far in, and I wanted to make a statement. And the statement got heard. There are so many people that are done with whatever is going on, and there's so many people that think things could be better, and this is not right what is happening right now in the world, where so many businesses have to close for sometimes really no reason. They could just be open, but for some reason things are really getting bad. And a lot of people are done with the situations right now, not just with Corona, but also with the things on social media, the censorship, and just the way people are being treated on social media by the social media companies. People are just done. Also with the banking systems. That's why whole crypto even existed, right? Because the systems are so corrupt right now. Like you have, for example, the stock market, where the famous GameStop stocks, they got, like, if you know the story, those stocks got bought up like crazy, and then it got so bad. Big institutions lost so much money because they were shorting that particular stock, that Robinhood, a broker and an app, actually disabled the buy button, but you could still sell, but they disabled the buy button. It was crazy. It's market manipulation at its finest, and people are done. There are so many things right now going wrong, and people start to think like, wait, what is going on here? And I wanted to make a statement, and I saw that there's so many people were inspired by us sitting there. And it wasn't like I was doing anything wrong, but I stood up for my values. I stood up for what I thought was right. And everyone knows deep down inside what is right and what is not. And we need to stand up, and we need to really embrace our message, and we need to stand for something. The time of being silent is done. It doesn't work anymore. The thing is, and this is something that I learned, like, you can go against the system, but you can do that in the best way by not participating in the system. The whole reason why I got arrested is because I started to play in the game of the system. I started to play the game, and it's not wise to play a game where it's rigged for you to lose. Like, I couldn't do anything. Like, I made a statement, yeah, sure, and a lot of people got inspired, and that's a good thing. But like, I'm not going to protest anymore, because that's not the right way of changing anything. I think the best way of changing anything is by actually being better, by creating things, by putting out systems that actually work better. Like, for example, we wanted to change the banking system. We wanted to change the way people earn money or see money or create yield. And that's why Hex is created. Richard Hart said it correctly. He said, if you want something, go build it. Don't go whining about the system that is here right now. No, go build something better, because then you're actually contributing to this world. Then you're actually making this world a better place, instead of just whining about things and protest against everything. Why don't we just build something? And this is exactly the same with my website right now. I'm not agreeing with the social media and the way they run things, especially Facebook. I don't agree with Facebook, and so I'm transitioning my community to my own website, trickle-media.com. You should go there. It's under construction right now, but it will be a really cool place. And I'm building that because I want to create a better place for people. I want to really make something that is unique in this world. I want to create a better system. And instead of trying to tear down the old system, let's just build a new one. Let's build a new one. Like, the whole financial system is already being shaken up by, right now Bitcoin, but eventually will be Hex. Things will get different. And the only thing we can do right now is stop playing in that system that is rigged for us to lose and start playing in the system that is rigged for us to win. If you do your own thing, if you can get your own message out and you can build your own stuff, then you're only winning. From then you just go up and up and up and up and to the right. It's not just for money, it's not just for Hex, it's also for everything in life. If you make stuff, if you start to stand up for something and stop playing in the system you don't want to be in, then you're going to win. It's time to do your own thing. It's time to put on your big boy pants, start doing your own stuff, and make things, contribute to this world, and actually make this world a better place. So my fault, like my mistake Sunday was actually showing up and playing in the system I didn't want to be in. Their mistake was I was just sitting there. I was just sitting there and meditating, and they took me away, which I think shows also that I had an impact on them and showed some power. Yeah, it's not a good thing that I got arrested. I don't talk it good. I don't want to say it's a good thing, but it's a good thing. Like, it initiated a new fire within me to really do something else and really contribute to this world and make this world a better place. Go do your own stuff. Bye.